issues at hand that are urgent and need to be taking a look at. From the central bank to our classrooms, from the safety of teachers to governance at the top, Ghana is at a crossroads. And also the Minority Caucus is calling for immediate action on the Bank of Ghana crisis. They are urging transparency, accountability and decisive leadership. Meanwhile, when we turn our attention to NAT, it has issued a 2-week ultimatum to government following assaults on teachers in the Western region. They are not isolated headlines, these things. They are signals that demand action, clarity and fairness. And today, we unpack the stories behind these headlines. We'll hear from those affected and give you, the public, a chance to also weigh in. Because in times like these, staying informed is more than a choice. It is a duty. These are the things we have for you here on ABC in the morning. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, ABC News GH. You can interact with us via our socials at ABC News GH _ and our website is www.abcnewsgh.com. You stay with us. We will be back with our headlines.
Country, easy. Scoring, easy. Winning, easy. You know what be easy now? Kibo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Aye easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted groundnuts. Just add water. Sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy. Make easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kibo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
Also available strawberry, coconut and chocomore. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back, ABC in the morning. It's time to take a look at the front pages of the newspapers, see what they are telling us. But before that, let me bring you the quote of the day. Today's quote of the day is by Aldous Huxley. He was a British author. Aldous Huxley tells us facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. It takes me back to one thing that people normally say, that facts are facts. No matter what you do, they remain facts. They remain permanent. They remain things that will not change. So even if you ignore them, they would continue to be facts. And so facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. And so the earlier you faced facts, the better it would be for you to move on in life and also be better and better. So facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. Aldous Huxley tells us so. Now let's turn our attention to the newspapers and see what on this very Friday morning the newspapers are reporting for us. We begin with a Daily Graphic. Daily Graphic on the front page, boldly there, prosecutes xenophobic attacks culprits. And this is the minority leader urging West African states to demand action from South Africa. Over the past few weeks, conversations about xenophobic attacks have been high. And just yesterday, we also understand the Minister for Foreign Affairs has written to the African Union concerning these attacks. Also on the front page of the Daily Graphic, we'll fight falsehood with better information and not censorship. And that is Kwache Fosu, the government spokesperson, Minister for Government Communications. Mahama Cares invest 36.2 million Ghana cedis in specialist healthcare training. And Miracle Outreach announces a 5-day national prayer rally. Interesting. Okay, that is on the front page of the Daily Graphic. On the Inquisitor, diffusing NPP lies. NDC design new agenda, relaunches, setting the records straight. Okay, we'll look at that too. NPP first vice chair race. Nana B making waves among grassroots. We understand the current national organizer of the New Patriotic Party is vying for the position of the first vice chair of the NPP, and he's making waves among the grassroots. Okay. Ejako intensifies unity, discipline, victory message. Okay, so this is Boache Ejako, former energy minister, who also is vying for the chairmanship position of the New Patriotic Party, and he is intensifying unity and discipline. That is what he is also looking forward to. All right, okay. For those who've been following Mufuswam Pofos, that passing, the 1 week is coming up. All right. So this is on the Inquisitor. On the Ghanaian Times, move beyond condemnation to action. This is Minority Leader Apenyo Markin demanding accountability from the South African government based on xenophobic attacks that have been on the rise. Amnesty International raises concerns over anti-LGBTQI bill. All right. And Stanbic Bank donates 3 million Ghana cedis to support the Black Stars ahead of the World Cup. Some 33 days more to the World Cup. Mahama Cares commits 36 million Ghana cedis to train specialist healthcare professionals. Well, that is for the benefit of us as Ghanaians. These are the stories on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. On the front page of the Publisher, court upholds Justmo appeal. APSL's $33.3 million award quashed. All right. Wontumi files witness statements. 2 former ministers to testify. This is the trial against, or the ongoing trial where Wontumi is involved. Nzema chiefs also find their way on the front page of the Publisher. Nzema chiefs accuse government of meddling in chieftaincy dispute. Nzema chiefs accuse government of meddling in chieftaincy disputes. In the Edubuahene trial also, Atachian Grills accused turned state witness. All right, he's taken his turn in interrogating the witness. And GJA president joins global media leaders at IFJ. All right, these are the stories on the front page of the Publisher. You get a copy, you grab a copy, and you can also read more stories in there. On the front page of the Chronicle, court overturns $33.3 million arbitration cost against Justmo Construction, and the Bank of Ghana has confirmed that 34.9 billion Ghana cedi loss claim. Kojo Upon Kroma says so, but the Bank of Ghana denies. This is page of the Chronicle. Chieftaincy time bomb ticking in Nzema East. Please do well to break the fuse on this time bomb before it detonates. We are pleading. We can't have that happen in the country. Please. And please again. And on the front page of the Informer, Dame bemoans OSP weakening and youth and unemployment threatens Ghana. UNDP warns so many youth out there looking for jobs, no jobs. They are trying their best. Indeed, we need more jobs in the system so that the many youth can also find themselves working to contribute more to Mother Ghana. Shun succession politics and focus. Mahama appointees told. And we see Dr. Callistus Mahama, Executive Secretary to the President, on the front page of the Informer. Samia Wuku launches Youth Skills Program, and majority minority break bones over Bank of Ghana financial status. This is on the front page. And Ghanaian Point, sanity at last, fake national security operatives cracked down. Okay, resign if you are tired. Health committee fires warning after Emisa death. But I believe this is a very unfortunate comment coming from the chairman of the health committee in Parliament, Honorable Lengwani, that health workers should resign if they are tired. Honorable, what is the patient to doctor ratio in Ghana? What is the patient to nurses ratio or nurse ratio in Ghana? Our labs are overflowing. They are tired. They're overworked. They have so many samples to work on. Doctors will sit the whole day consulting. Nurses do not sit working here and there. We do not have them. We do not have the luxury of warning our health workers to resign if they are tired. We get the heat of the situation. We get the times we are within. We get the issue that is at hand. But I believe there would be a more appropriate way to dealing with it, to responding to the matter than to telling them to resign. We are crying about brain drain. Many doctors are writing PLAB and USMLE to leave the country, to go and practice outside Ghana. We do not have enough doctors here. And so please, we know we have system issues as a people, as a health sector. Let's deal with it rather than telling them to resign. If they resign, it is the average Ghanaian who suffers. It is the average Ghanaian who suffers. The wait time at the hospitals will be longer. Please, let's find a better way to deal with this matter than telling our doctors, our health workers, our health professionals to resign if they are tired. I think there's a better way we could have communicated this. Well, doctors named in Charles Emisa report facing threats and harassment. Ghana Medical Association says so. This situation is a very, very sad situation. The death of Charles Emisa. This is an avoidable death by all means. The system failed, and now it's very worrying. It's sad. A family has lost a son, a brother, a loved one forever because of this system. We need to deal with it. I am hoping that we matter very, very swiftly, and we plug all of the holes within our health sector. The health sector is riddled with so many holes. It's why we are seeing all of the rain that is pouring out of it, and so we need to deal with this matter. And so that is it on that. Supreme newspaper says Electrochem to employ 1,500 people for salt mining. Public confidence in Ghana's public institutions remain low. This is a research by the Africa Policy Lens. Reunite, rebuild, recapture. Afoko takes on unity. This is former chairman of the NPP who wants to come back as chairman, Paul Afoko. Dr. Ofori Sapon celebrates 60th birthday with 600-bed dormitory gift to Presec Legon, and Do Better Basintale criticized over Air Ghana claims. All right, and this is on the front page of the paper. On the Daily Statesman, minority vindicated over Bank of Ghana loss as Central Bank confirms 34.9 billion Ghana cedi figure. Ghana now Africa's 8th largest economy with 118 billion US dollar GDP. Still on the front page of the Daily Statesman, Kufuor calls for urgent reforms in Ghana's cocoa economy, and NAT issues 2-week ultimatum over the alleged military assault on teacher. And on IFC, digital infrastructure key to economic growth. Digital infrastructure key to economic growth. These are the stories on the front page of the Daily Statesman. Ghana petitions AU over xenophobic attacks in South Africa. Minority proposes 9-point plan to resolve Bank of Ghana crisis. GJA president represents Ghana at IFJ centenary, and Ghana becomes Africa's 8th largest economy as GDP hits. I'm unable to see the figure there properly, but well, we are Africa's 8th largest economy. TCDA signs memorandum of understanding for beekeeping and land reclamation. All right, NDC rejects claims of diverting cocoa funds to buy presidential aircrafts. And on the front page of the Daily Guide, Jamal caged, Kamal set free. Ghanaian in U.S. romance scam case. Okay, We'll keep following these stories. Bank of Ghana admits 34.9 billion Ghana cedi loss after minority expose. Generator fume kills 3 at Mahian. Oh, may their souls rest in peace. This is sad. Also on the front page of the Daily Guide, court sets aside $33.3 million award against Justmo Construction. Untumi opens defense on May 14. Today is May 8, and so just about a week would see that. On the Metro Lens, you see the picture of the acting CEO of the Environmental Protection Agency, Professor Nanama Kluche Brown. Koforidua EPA terrorizes businesses with heavy-handed enforcement following 48-hour compliance notice. Be courageous, vigilant, and visionary. Your just new asene hene. All right. Eukugwa trafohene to lay mother to rest tomorrow at Aguna Safo. Oh, Nana Shedding. And Jumfor represents Ghana at Global Journalism Congress in Paris. These are the stories on the front page of the Metro Lens. On African News Today, NDC chairman aspirant promises jobs to delegates in Tema West constituency. All right. TCDA signs MOUs for beekeeping and land reclamation. Dafia Mekpo drives affordable housing as South Dai project nears completion. Okay. Roxanne Nelson Dafia Mekpo, the MP for South Dai. Nana Kodjamo Ampim speaks on rising chieftaincy disputes. The chieftaincy dispute should be solved as quickly as possible. Very much so. Achema Senate request increased police presence, and High Court quashes $33.3 million award against Justmo. On the page of the Daily Gist, Afenyo Markin pushes for free movement in Africa, and Afoko hits ground running on his race for the chairmanship of the NPP. Very huge on the front page of the Daily Gist. BOG admits 35 billion Ghana cedi losses after minority sustained expose. 4 female doctors indicted over Charles Emise's death. 4 female doctors indicted over Charles Emise's death. This gentleman's death really a painful one, actually. Soldiers attack landowners for new Accra Kumasi Expressway. Stories on the front page of the Daily Gist. And these are all the headlines we have for you this morning here on ABC in the morning. We will take a break at this point. We'll be returning with more. We'll have conversations on the Ghana National Association of Teachers, who have released the statement given a 2-week ultimatum over the assault that teachers in Adia was so sustained after some soldiers invaded the area. These and many more conversations after this break. Please stay with us.
So you be tumpon na gina advert. Let's why you say be advert no you tumpon na kwala nim dia.
Do you need a media house to shoot quality TV ad for your company or products? Bring your company's vision to life.
Any me can for media house we am potential films. So you sha, so you so don't worry. So you tumpon e cost you through advert dia contact woman.
We help businesses build their brands.
You kreni omodwuma ho te omo quality camera so many twa.
Reach their target audience and ultimately drive sales and revenue growth.
How many be new? Omojuma is perfect. O contact no be good script about your product, sound, jet. They will give you quality pictures. How do you see it? How do you feel it? Wow. So picture unya ona no makasa. First number way 0541 16 28 28. I'm repeating 0541 16 28 28. Call them. Number more
Potential firms. We believe in quality.
Is FDA approved. Some things never change. The meals we grew up loving, the taste that brings everyone together through every pot and every recipe. Gino remains the tomato mix you trust. Thick, red, rich. Gino truly cares. This advert is FDA approved.
This week's been wild. New releases dropping, artists blowing up, moments going crazy on the timeline. Don't worry, we've got you.
We pull the highlights, the dates, the events, everything you need to know, and then the real fun starts.
The official top 10 songs running the streets, the airwaves, and your playlists.
If the culture is talking about it, we are counting it down.
This is the rundown.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Winning, easy. You know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted granules. Just add water. Sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy. Made easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
Also available strawberry, coconut, and chocomore. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. Still watching ABC in the morning. We're streaming live Facebook and on YouTube, and so even if you're leaving home, you can still catch the show online. Let's look at some news all around. A few days ago, there was a video circulating. We even showed it to you here on ABC in the morning, where a father had assaulted his son at North Legon. The Ghana Police Service has released the statement concerning that matter. Let me read the statement to your attention. This is a press release dated 6th May 2026. Please arrest man for assaulting his son at North Legon. The Accra Regional Police Command has arrested a 16-year-old man for allegedly assaulting his 16-year-old biological son at North Legon. Preliminary investigations indicate that on 3rd May 2026, the victim had gone out to play football with friends when the suspect, identified as Eric Mante, reportedly confronted him. Police investigations revealed that the suspect, who is the biological father of the victim and has 3 children with the victim's mother, allegedly tied the victim to a quad motorbike and sped off with him. In the process, the victim reportedly fell onto the tarred road near the Adonai Church and was dragged along the road, sustaining multiple injuries. The victim's screams attracted the attention of some residents, including some residents who intervened and stopped the suspects from further dragging the victim. The victim sustained various degrees of injuries and was rushed to the Legon Hospital for medical treatment, while the suspect was arrested by the police. During investigations, the suspect admitted to the act and stated that he acted out of anger over the victim's behavior. He has since been charged and put before court. The Accra Regional Police Command condemns all forms of violence against children and urges parents and guardians to adopt lawful and non-violent means of disciplining children. The command further encourages the public to promptly report cases of abuse to the police or relevant authorities. It's signed Superintendent Juliana Obeng, who is the head of public affairs for the Accra region of the Ghana Police Service. Oh, Mr. Eric Mante, tying your child, your son, to a quad bike and dragging him. very, very unfortunate. Your child. Indeed, for what the police says, it's true. Find better ways of disciplining your children than to resorting to violence. You abuse your child this way, you're teaching them that abuse is the best form of discipline. And that also becomes their way of disciplining their children one day. And then that vicious cycle continues and continues. It's an unending, never breaking vicious cycle. Abuse. A lot of parents abuse their kids in the form of discipline, and it's very, very worrying. I'm glad that residents within the area came to the rescue of the child. The police got involved, and the father was arrested and has been processed for court. We do that, and we would reduce the incidence of abuse. There's just too much abuse in the system. Husbands beating wives, fathers beating children, mothers beating children. Last time, somebody really inflicted lacerations in their child's hands because they were stubborn. Why do you go to that extreme end when you are disciplining your child, beating them, harming them? Why are we doing that? So much abuse is meted to children, and normally all of these abuse by their parents, by their guardians, somebody within their family. We need to clamp down on that. I'm glad he's been arrested, and I hope that this issue goes to its conclusion. Well, let's turn our attention now to the Ghana National Association of Teachers, who have issued a 2-week ultimatum. Some teachers were beaten, a head teacher, 2 teachers, and the husband of another teacher. When soldiers from Takrade Apemdo stormed Adeowoso to clamp down on Galamsey, they beat the teachers. Even when they went ahead to show their NAT IDs, they were beaten. As if that was not enough, they were told that use your position as teachers to stop Galamsey in the area. I mean, how very unfortunate for members of the security agencies to do that. How extremely unfortunate. And to do that to our teachers. Nobody in the security agency or security services should inflict violence on another. Should, no. That is why the police is there to arrest, to arrest and to prosecute. But to beat people, even innocent people. Well, let's listen to the Ghana National Association of Teachers, who have issued the ultimatum. We'll come back and hopefully we can have some conversation.
We are saying it is unacceptable, and within 2 weeks, the people have spoken. Within 2 weeks, if nothing happens, we will descend there. We will all descend there, and whatever happens, the state should be blamed, because we cannot be in a state where teachers become vulnerable. We are being beaten by students, beaten by parents, beaten by some community members, and now the military people have come to join, and nobody is talking. Why? We will not accept it. In 2 weeks' time, whatever happens, this country must come to a standstill. We shall do it. If this country must come to a standstill in 2 weeks' time for this thing to be addressed, so shall it be. Across the country. It doesn't matter. That one is a promise we are giving them. If this matter is not resolved in 2 weeks' time, whatever happens, the state must take it. It is the responsibility of the state to protect everyone. If the state is not doing it, then the Ghana National Association of Teachers, we shall take this matter up. And we are saying that we are saying it is unacceptable, and within 2 weeks, the people have spoken. Within 2 weeks, if nothing happens, we will descend there. we will all descend there, and whatever happens, the state should be blamed, because we cannot be in a state where teachers become vulnerable. We are being beaten by students, beaten by parents, beaten by some community members, and now the military people have come to join, and nobody is talking. Why? We will not accept it. In 2 weeks' time, whatever happens, this country must come to a standstill. We shall do it. If this country must come to a standstill in 2 weeks' time for this thing to be addressed, so shall it be.
Across the country.
It doesn't matter. That one is a promise we are giving them. If this matter is not resolved in 2 weeks' time, whatever happens, the state must take it. It is the responsibility of the state to protect everyone. If the state is not doing it, then the Ghana National Association of Teachers, we shall take this matter up.
Very heated ultimatum given. If in 2 weeks nothing is done, the state doesn't take it up, they would take things up themselves. Well, let's speak with Nat. Thomas Tanko Musa is the General Secretary of the Ghana National Association of... That was Thomas Tanko Musa, who is the General Secretary of the Ghana National Association of Teachers. I mean, his comments, he's incensed, and as he should be. Like he said, students are beating teachers, parents are beating teachers, now soldiers are beating teachers. Let's even go back and say they were all Galamseyers, right? If the soldiers were getting into the area to arrest Galamseyers, arrest them and then let the police take over and then let it go to court, or however, whatever the chain of command is. But you don't go in and start beating people. Last time we saw that happening in Ashaiman. Many people said the people of Ashaiman deserved it because of what precipitated that, or what necessitated it. But then, these are the things that those who spoke against it wanted to bring our attention to. You do not take the law into your hands, go into an area and start beating people because they have done so and so. It is why we have laws in the country and we have institutions that take control of these things. Otherwise, I would see somebody, and I believe the person is a Galamseya. I have a cane, I think I can flog the person because I'm stronger than the person, and I'll beat them. But then it will mean that we have descended into a lawless country. That is what it would mean. Teachers have been beaten for what? We don't treat our teachers well at all as a country. We don't treat our teachers well. Nat complains, and rightly so. They say that it's not receiving the attention that it should receive. If indeed these soldiers went in the name of NIMOS, then we should be hearing from the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. If it is indeed that they went in the name of NIMOS, as we are hearing, then the ministry should be speaking so that we know if it is the ministry that sanctioned this actions by the soldiers, or these actions by the soldiers. It cannot continue to happen like that. We have laws, we have rules, we have rights. I can't go somewhere, think that this person is involved in Galamsey, and so I beat them because I'm stronger than them. What if that person is also stronger than you and retaliates? What becomes of us? We are fighting a menace, rightly so. We are fighting a menace, but we have institutions that are fighting it. And I don't believe that they've been tasked to beat people. Because the last time I heard, we don't have a shoot-to-kill policy in fighting Galamsey. By extension, I don't believe we have a catch them and beat them, or arrest them and beat them. No. Arrest them and let the law take its course. Teachers have been beaten. They've been beaten blue and black. Look at the stripes on their backs. For what? That's unfair. Really, really unfair. I am hoping that we hear some more on this matter. We get some more clarity on this matter. Who is doing what? Have the soldiers been questioned by their superiors. What are these victims also going to receive as compensation for what has been meted out on them, the psychological impact on them? The last time students beat their teachers, we saw the police pick them up and they were arraigned before courts. We need to hear more about this beating that these teachers have had to endure. There's some people we need to treat with, I mean, we need to hold in high esteem, and our teachers are that group of people. They are one of those groups of people that we need to treat in high esteem. For the little they receive and the low remuneration they receive, they give their all. This is not what we should be giving them. Beating them? No. The earlier we dealt with this, the better, so that it is not replicated in other areas. Our security persons shouldn't be too excited to discipline in this way. No. Shouldn't be too excited to go this tangent. We've seen it happen before. We do not want to see it happen again. It should not happen again. It must not happen again. This is very unfortunate. We've not read any statements or seen any statements by the Ghana Armed Forces concerning this matter, since their name is what is most paramount in this conversation, that soldiers from Takrade to BN are the ones who meted out this treatment. We should be hearing from the Ghana Armed Forces. We have not. Again, they say it is NIMOS soldiers who did this. We should be hearing from the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. We haven't. We must hear so that we know who sanctioned what, who takes responsibility for what. Otherwise, we will not help the victims get justice. And if we do that, we'll be denying them justice. It shouldn't be so. Not at all. We had hoped to speak with the General Secretary for the Ghana National Association of Teachers, Thomas Tanko Musa. We've been trying to reach him. Unfortunately, we have not been successful. When we do, we would speak with him on the matter. They have given their ultimatum to government that government should address the matter. Government should address the matter. At this point, it becomes the security service versus the education sector. That's what it becomes. But we know the armed forces, the military is a very disciplined place. So we trust that they will deal with this matter decisively. But well, Nat says 2-week ultimatum. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll bring you more here on ABC in the morning. Please stay with us.
Without rules, a game without passion, an arena without chance. What drives the champions? What fuels the rivalry? What separates the winners from the rest in the world of sports?
Eugene Soti, your chief data guy on the Talking Points. On the African Tracker, I'll break down the performance of your favorite African players abroad, scrutinizing every detail and exploring the nuances and rules governing the game.
Meet us in your area for Area Take as we plug into sports perspective and hear your thoughts on every play of the game.
I'm James Makion, your go-to expert for everything local. I'll review the fixtures from the locker room to the pitch and from the management to the fans. I've got you covered.
Oh la la! Don't miss out on the double excitement. It's a fun pack, pulsating and complete wrap of everything in sports, from boxing to football, tennis, NBA and more. Sports World on ABC, as every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Sports World on ABC. Sports beyond borders.
Some things never change. The meals we grew up loving, the taste that brings everyone together through every pot and every recipe. Gino remains the tomato mix you trust. Thick, red, rich. Gino truly cares. This advert is FDA approved.
This week's been wild. New releases dropping, artists blowing up, moments going crazy on the timeline. Don't worry, we've got you.
We pull the highlights, the dates, the events, everything you need to know, and then the real fun starts.
The official top 10 songs running the streets, the airwaves, and your playlists.
If the culture is talking about it, we are counting it down.
This is the rundown.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Winning, easy. You know what be easy now? Kibo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted groundnuts. Just add water. Sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy. Made easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kibo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
Also available strawberry, coconut, and chocomore. This advert is FDA approved.
Imagine a sport without rules, a game without passion, an arena without chance. What drives the champions? What fuels the rivalry? What separates the winners from the rest in the world of sports?
Eugene Soti, your chief data guy on the Talking Point. On the African Tracker, I'll break down the performance of your favorite African players abroad, scrutinizing every detail and exploring the nuances and rules governing the game.
Meet us in your area for Area Take as we plug into sports perspective and hear your thoughts on every play of the game.
I'm James Makion, your go-to expert for everything local. I'll review the fixtures from the locker room to the pitch and from the management to the fans. I've got you covered.
Oh la la! Don't miss out on the double excitement. It's a fun pack, pulsating and complete wrap of everything in sports, from boxing to football, tennis, NBA and more. Sports World on ABC as every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Sports World on ABC. Sports beyond borders.
Some things never change when it comes to feeding your family. You choose what you trust. For generations, Gino has delivered the same dependable quality every time. Thick, red, rich. Gino truly cares. This advert is FDA approved.
Baby, we are second. So you remember to pon advert. Let's why so by advert no you to pon na kwala nim dia.
Do you need a media house to shoot quality TV ad for your company or products? Bring your company's vision to life.
And you come from media house we are now. Potential films. So you must so you must don't worry. So what you to pon a course you through advert dia contact woman.
We help businesses build their brands.
Ukraine omoduma hote omo quality can somebody try.
Reach their target audience and ultimately drive sales and revenue growth.
Omoduma be new. Omoduma is perfect. O contact no be good script about your product, sound, jet. They will give you quality pictures. How do you see it? How do you feel it? Wow. So put your name on Makasa. First number way 0541 16 28 28. I'm repeat 0541 16 28 28. Call them. Number one,
Potential Films. We believe in quality.
This week's been wild. New releases dropping, artists blowing up, moments going crazy on the timeline. Don't worry, we've got you.
We pull the highlights, the dates, the events, everything you need to know, and then the real fun starts.
The official top 10 songs running the streets, the airwaves, and your playlists.
If the culture is talking about it, we are counting it down.
This is the rundown.
welcome back. Thank you for staying with us here on ABC in the morning. We'll turn our attention to Ashaiman, where there is a rising issue. Some persons who are called Peaceful Settlers Association are facing eviction from their land, a land they have settled on for a long time now. We'll go to Ashaiman and speak with them, but they have released this statement, which I'll read for your attention, and then we speak with them. Said on Thursday, 7th May, at about 4:30 p.m., some persons who appeared to be from the Ashaiman Municipal Assembly came to our premises with a tractor and wrote on the building, giving us 1 week to vacate because they said the place would be demolished. When we asked who sent them, they stated that they were sent by Freeman Chekbo, the MCE of Ashaiman, and the municipal engineer. This matter is already before the High Court in Tema and also before the Court of Appeal. We have all the necessary documents to show our interest and ownership in the land, yet the MCE and the municipal engineer keep threatening and intimidating us to leave the premises, even though the cases are still pending before the courts. We have not been given any proper prior notice, official letter, court order, demolition order, or clear legal reasons for the intended demolition. We believe it is unfair and unlawful for anyone to threaten demolition while the matter is already before the court. This is from the Peaceful Settlers Association, who are in Ashaiman, and they are at risk of losing their property because they have been asked to vacate for the buildings there to be demolished. However, they say that it is surprising that this happens, especially as the matter is in court. Let's speak with them. Geoffrey Ellie, he is a member of the PRO, Public Relations Officer for the Peaceful Settlers Association. Good morning, Geoffrey. Thank you for your time.
Hello, good morning, and good morning to your cherished listeners too as well.
All right, Geoffrey, take us through the situation. You mentioned in your statement that there's a matter in court. However, you have received notice to vacate your premises within 1 week. Bring us up to speed on the matter.
Yeah, so just yesterday around 4:30 p.m., some task force members from the Ashaiman Municipal Assembly came to our premises to write remove notices on our shops that we should move from here within 1 week, or else before we come to our shops within a week, it might be broken down, so we should remove it. When we questioned them, they told us that they were sent by the municipal chief engineer to write these notices and we should evict. This is not the first time this thing is happening. This thing has been going on ever since Honorable Chekbo and then this municipal works engineer took office, because they come in and they write notices and evict people from their lawful legally acquired land and then give it to a private developer in the name of developing Ashaiman. So this is their modus operandi. So we are not surprised by what they are trying to do now, because the last time this happened, a private developer took part of our land. We've sent the matter to court. There's an injunction on the building, but he kept on building, saying that Ashaiman has given him the land, our legally acquired land, from TDC. So this time around, he's come to take the rest of the land while the matter is still in court. And as I speak now, the next court date is on Tuesday, which is next week. And anytime we are going to court, this is what they try to do to intimidate us, so that we can come into some form of settlement with the private developer and Ashaiman as well.
Okay, Geoffrey, am I to understand that it is the same developer who is developing part of the land who now wants the rest of the land to add?
Exactly, I believe so, because as of now, he has built the place. Even though there's an injunction, he has flouted the court directive, built it, rented the place out to Hisense and other shop owners. And every day they keep telling us to settle the matter. Either than that, he will use ASHMA to break down our building. So this is not of a surprise to us again that this is happening. Yes.
How many traders have been affected so far, seeing as part of the land has been built and has been taken from you, built on, and then retailers have also occupied the shops that have been given out? How many traders have been affected so far?
So far, about 50 traders have been affected so far by the previous demolition that they did. And some of them are even in the hospital suffering from high DP. Some of them have not even been able to pay their children's school fees, all because the MC is just bent on taking land that belongs to an association to this private developer.
But if this land belongs to you, an association, then it will be right for us to believe that you have all documentation stating that the land belongs to your group.
Yes, we have all the documentation, and we've approached the MC on 2 or 3 occasions, and every day he tells us that he is the government. He can do whatever he wants to do on the land, irrespective of whether we have documents or not. He does not care whether we have documents. As far as he wants to take the land and give it to whoever he wants to give it to, that's what he's going to do.
But that constitutes abuse of power if your MC tells you that.
Exactly. That is the posture of Honorable Tepo. He just goes around with the sense that he is redeveloping Ashaiman and flouting court directives and everything, sending their task force boys just to come and intimidate us. And every day he keeps talking about settlement. Yeah, so we are just calling on the authorities to come to it and investigate Honorable Tepo, because what he's doing is he's just flouting the directives of the court. Yes.
If he's asking or he's demanding your eviction, what are they doing for those of you that they want to evict? First off, for the first group of people that were evicted, about 50 traders that lost their lands, were they compensated?
They were not compensated in any way, shape, or form. In fact, we were just there one afternoon on a Friday. They brought their they brought an excavator just to come and pull down every shop just to pave way for the private developer to continue his building. So all those people right now are at home. They have no place to sell their wares, nothing of that sort. So they've rendered even some of them homeless. Yes. So they are bent on taking this action further again. So no, there has not been any compensation. There has not been any discussion with them whatsoever.
Joby, for how long has the Peaceful Settlers Association owned this piece of land?
Yes, we've owned it since the 1960s, because since the 1960s, that's when we started operating our businesses here. But TDC officially gave us documentation, every documentation to the land in 2008. So that is exactly when TDC, from 2004, we went through the process, applied to TDC, and then TDC leased the land to us for 60 years.
Okay. So it means that if it's in 2000, around 2000, you have been living on the land for at least some 26 years. And so you haven't even crossed the 30-year mark of your lease. Well, give us a sense of the area we are talking about. For those of us who do not know Ashaiman properly, which part of Ashaiman is under contention at this point?
Yes, this is the central business area. This is Ashaiman traffic light, right opposite the Ashaiman police station. It is very surprising that when this issue started, and then we go to the police station, we go to the MP, we go to the assembly, they all ignore us and tell us that we should give way. So just opposite the police station at the traffic light, where the Hisense building is, which is under contention, which has been injuncted since the beginning stages of construction, but still went ahead to build, and tells us that he can do whatever he wants to do. So that is where the location of the place is. And right now, we own 2.35 acres of land. So it's just right at the traffic light. opposite the police station, the new high-end building.
Well, let me go back on to what you said. You've gone to, you're opposite the police station, so you've taken the matter to the police. You've also gone to your MP. So your MP is aware of the situation.
It's very much aware of the situation. In fact, all the authorities in the municipality are aware of the situation. When we write letters to them, they don't respond. They just back the MC and the private developer to take over the land. But so in fact, we have no help.
If TDC sold the land to you and the private developer now also says it's going to develop on that land, who sold the land to TDC? Do they have any documents to show that they also own the land?
So TDC is basically a government organization. This lands in assignment in Tema belongs to TDC by law. So TDC in turn leased the land to us when we applied for it. So they gave us an offer letter, we responded to it, and then they gave us a lease document for 60 years, which we've been paying ground rent for. We've paid all our dues, we pay our property, we pay everything. Yes.
This is quite curious, seeing as you have documentation for TDC and you can show your ownership of the land at this point. For another developer, a private developer, to also come and say that they are developing the land with the backing of the MCE, it makes it quite curious about whether there is abuse of power in here, a power play to deliberately or forcefully take away the lands from you. But has the MCE said anything about relocation? If you're applying your trade there, if they want to raise down the buildings on that piece of land or parcel of land, has the MCE spoken about relocating you, the traders who are there, to a different area where they give you documents to those areas also?
So this is not a matter of relocation. We are not talking about an issue. We have been here since the 1960s. It's more like you being in your house and then somebody who has power or money will come and tell you that I want to take over your land and relocate you to a different place. It just doesn't make sense. Yes. So this is not a matter of about relocation. The question is, does the private developer have the right documentations to the land? And the answer is before the court. That is why we are in court. This private developer is asking us to go to TDC and change the name of the document into his name. So if they are talking about relocation, then they should rather go to where they want their suggestion of relocating, to go and do their business here whilst we stay on our land and do our business. So this is not a matter of relocation. The matter is before the court, and we expect that the assembly, the police, and everybody involved, including the private developer, should just follow due process. We cannot be people who are chaotic. We believe in the rule of law, but it seems they are just abusing the rule of the law to drive us out of our lawful acquired legal land from TDC, which is marked as S8 MKT 8/96 at TDC. And I employ any media house to go to TDC to go and check, or even to go to the land commission to go and check who this land belongs to, and then this will settle the matter.
Well, you have named, in your statement, you named the MCE and you also named the municipal engineer. Who is this private developer that has been developing on parts of your land?
Yes, because it's especially the MCE. He is actually bent, and he has told us plainly that we either settle, move out of this land so that the private developer takes over this land.
And who is the private developer?
He's in the name of Rahim Abdul. Yes, that's his name. He is popularly known as the Gomba Boy and Ashaiman.
And he's the one taking the land. It's quite interesting since you're able to list you give us the number that we can trace when we go to TDC. Where has TDC been in all of this conversation since they sold the land to you?
In fact, the new TDC boss has not been helpful at all because he is also bent. It's more like a group of people who are bent on taking people's lawful acquired land in the vicinity, and that is actually what is creating a lot of tension in Ashama. We've been to TDC. In fact, they don't do anything about it. So our last resort is the court. And if people in power are flouting the laws of the court or the directives of the court, then who do we run to? We have nowhere to run to. But we can also not sit down and just adjust. So we are looking for it that the court, we are still in court, and we believe in the processes of the court, that at the end of the day, the right thing will be done. So we are just law-abiding citizens who do not want to create chaos. They bring their land guards over here, come to intimidate us, come to threaten us, to burn our shops, and this has been going on since this new MCE took office.
Okay. Well, Geoffrey, thank you so much. But before you go, how long has this matter been in court?
For now, this matter has been in court in February 2005. Yes. And the moment we took the matter to court, it's been under police protection and land guards putting up the building at a very fast pace, day and night.
All right. Well, Geoffrey, thank you so much for speaking with us. We'll continue following this matter, and we'll come to you when need be. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So Geoffrey Ellie is the PRO for Peaceful Settlers Association, who say their land is being forcefully taken away from them by the MCE of Ashaiman, the municipal engineer, a private developer, and other government officials. They believe that it is a coordinated attempt to move them away from their land that they have bought, land that they have documentation to. Well, we also looking forward to speaking with the MCE on this matter, since his name is paramount in the conversation. Also speak with TDC on this, and if we're able to get the private land, the private developer to speak with them. But we understand this case is in court. At this point, part of their land has already been taken away from them, where the private developer has developed. It is the rest of it that is now again under contention. And so we'll keep following this matter so that we can furnish you with all of the information that you need concerning it. But this is the issue that the Peaceful Settlers Association of Ashaiman are facing at this point. A land they've been occupying since the 1960s was leased to them somewhere in the early 2000s, now under contention. They say, MCE says that he is in government, whatever he wants the land for, he can use it for, he can take it for. They've been given 1 week, a 1 week notice to vacate their shops so that the land can be reclaimed and then used for what the private developer intends for it to be used. We'll keep following the matter and bring you more on it here on ABC News GH. We'll take a break, and when we return, we'll bring you more here on ABC in the morning. Today is Friday, means we'll be entering into the weekend where a lot of the sporting activities will be going on. So you should be looking forward to the sports segment on the morning show. And I'll do well to also open the phone line so you can call me and share your thoughts. 053-916-1609. This is still ABC in the morning. Stay with us. We'll be back really shortly.
Everything you need to know, and then the real fun starts.
The official top 10 songs running the streets, the airwaves, and your playlists.
If the culture is talking about it, we are counting it down.
This is the rundown.
Imagine a sport without rules, a game without passion, an arena without chance. What drives the champions? What fuels the rivalry? What separates the winners from the rest in the world of sports?
Eugene Soti, your chief data guy on the Talking Point. On the African Tracker, I'll break down the performance of your favorite African players abroad, scrutinizing every detail and exploring the nuances and rules governing the game.
Meet us in your area for Area Take as we plug into sports perspective and hear your thoughts on every play of the game.
I'm James Makion, your go-to expert for everything local. I'll review the fixtures from the locker room to the pitch and from the management to the fans. I've got you covered.
Oh la la! Don't miss out on the double excitement. It's a fun pack, pulsating and complete wrap of everything in sports, from boxing to football, tennis, NBA and more. Sports World on ABC as every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Sports World on ABC. Sports beyond borders.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Winning, easy. You know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted groundnuts. Just add water. Sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy. Made easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
Also available strawberry, coconut and chocomore. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us, ABC in the morning. Today we'll bring you a conversation on sexual assault awareness. Per data, I want to give you the statistics. I was telling you how 1 in 3 women are abused, sexual assault, and more often than not, it is at the hand of an intimate partner. So we'll bring you some conversation on sexual assault this morning on ABC in the morning. We'll speak with a young lady who is very much championing the cause of sexual assault. Do not assault us, please. She's championing the cause, and so we will be speaking with her here today on Amtu Ekumfiameya, who is a co-founder on this side. And so during the show, sometime during the show, you'll see her here and we'll talk about it. I'm very much interested in this conversation because it means a lot to me. If you deep it, as the young people will say, you think about it, so many girls have experienced some form of sexual assault. Somebody has touched you in a way that it should not have touched you sexually. And at the end of the day, they gaslight you, make you think that it's all in your head, but really, it did happen. And so we'll do what to look at this matter of sexual assault. We need to eradicate it out of our system. But at this point, let me take you to social media and give you what is trending there. Daily Drop brings us all that is happening on socials. After that, I'll open the phone lines.
When you catch your wife cheating, don't shout, don't beat anybody, don't throw blows, don't do anything. Just report it to the police. Let them come and carry the man. I beg, don't come and stress me. It's not me that's saying it though. It's one husband that is trying to do that. A husband has reportedly decided to hand over a man he caught with his wife in their matrimonial home to the police after allegedly catching them cheating. In a viral video circulating on social media, the husband is seen recording the other man as he allegedly confesses to being involved with the married woman after they were both caught in the house. The incident has caused mixed reactions online, with many questioning why the man is being threatened with arrest while the wife involved was not equally confronted in the same way. Some social media users argue that since both adults allegedly made the mutual decision to engage in the affair, why is only one person taking the responsibility? Why not allow both parties take responsibility? Others have also used the situation to debate relationship and marriage, with some saying incidents like these are part of the reasons many people are becoming scared of commitment and losing trust in modern relationships. But that is what he wants to do. He wants to arrest the man. Why are you sleeping with my wife? Why are you having an affair with my wife? Why are you having an affair with my wife? Why? That is how when a woman catches the husband cheating, she doesn't go to the husband. No. She goes to the side chick to go and do the fight. No. So right now, dear, we understand the situation now. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Do you think the arrest must happen, or you think this is a house matter? You remember earlier this week, a situation fell on social media where a man and his wife was unalived, and then the person that did the deed left their 3-year-old sitting down looking at the parents there in the pool of fire, The Ghana Police Service has declared the man identified as Prince Kwa wanted in connections with a gruesome killing of a couple at Saki near Temagove City, and is offering 100,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. 100,000 Ghana cedis, I mean. In a statement issued by the Criminal Investigations Department on Wednesday, May 6th, 2026, police said the suspect is being pursued over the killing of Ebenezer Kwabena Obri, believed to be about 45 years old, and Mary Enim, aged about 22. The two victims were reportedly found unalive in their room on May 1st, 2026, with multiple machete wounds in what investigations have described as a brutal attack. Preliminary investigations indicates that the suspect, Prince Kwa, aged around 30, had allegedly been living with the deceased couple in a chamber and hall apartment. Police said the male victim, Ebenezer Kwabena Obri, was last seen on the night of April 30th, just hours before the bodies were discovered. Authorities subsequently secured a warrant for the suspect's arrest from the Kpong Magistrate Court on May 4th, 2026. According to police, Prince Kwa is dark in complexion, about 5.7 feet tall, and heavily built. He was last seen wearing a Lacoste shirt and jeans trousers. Investigators also revealed that the suspect is believed to be a military officer and may currently be hiding within Kakusnaka and Kamina Barracks area in Tamale. The Ghana Police Service is appealing to the public to assist with information that could lead to the arrest of the suspect, assuring that all credible tips will be treated confidential. Persons with relevant information are being urged to report to the nearest police station and contact emergency lines, that's 191 or 112. The shocking incident has caused widespread concerns and conversations among residents and the people on social media calling for justice for the deceased. There people are saying a lot of stories about this thing, that in fact that we confirmed that the man was living, or the suspect was living with the deceased couple, that they were even friends and he was just patching with them, then he had to do that. Charlie, Ghana is becoming sad because if somebody is not burning somebody's corpse to hide evidence, someone is doing all this, and you did all this with a 3-year-old sitting right there looking at the parents there, like to hide evidence, someone is doing to hide evidence, someone is doing all this to hide evidence, someone is doing all this, and you did all this with a 3-year-old sitting right there looking at.
That is Daily Drop for you, bringing us all the latest on our socials. Let's turn our attention to Parliament. Chairman of the Health Committee in Parliament, Honorable Mwani, has weighed in on the conversation around the death of Charles Emita, the gentleman who was knocked down in a hit and run, and after he was taken to some medical facilities and did not receive medical attention, unfortunately lost his life. That it was very topical a few months ago. Well, the Professor Bedu Akosa committee has concluded its investigations, and after its investigations has referred some doctors to the Ghana Medical and Dental Council for disciplinary action to be taken against them. Again, some nurses have also been cited in the situation that they too would face disciplinary action. But a lot of people say that we are placing too much emphasis on the health personnel when we know that the situation does not rest solely with them. We have system inefficiencies within the health sector that we need to deal with, and so this is just scapegoatism. We are scapegoating some persons to cover up on the deep canker we have within our health care system. Following the release of that report, The chairman of the Health Committee in Parliament has spoken, and he said that if you are a medical person or a healthcare person and you think that the job is too much for you, resign. Let's listen to him. When we return, we will have some conversation on that.
We are saying that it is beyond just the facility. It is the individuals. And please, if you are a medical professional and you are tired of the work, probably you have to, you can resign. I'm telling you. Ghana will survive. You have, if you are ready to work, please, there are ethics. If you can't do something, you call your colleague doctor, your senior doctor. And one funny thing about doctors is that the senior doctors is that they are always happy to be called. Once a junior doctor calls a senior doctor, they are ready to run and come and help. It's something that in my 33 years of practice, I realized that whenever you want help from a doctor you call, a colleague doctor calls that person, you run and come and help. This should not have happened. This has nothing to do with no bed syndrome, but that was the name that was given to it. And that was probably the investigation or the referral that was given to the committee. And it has happened at Kaswa, where somebody who has been admitted, he has spent 36 hours there and they are saying no bed. Has he been lying on the floor all that time that there was no bed at the recovery ward? Do you need to do a cesarean section and send the person automatically or compulsorily to a recovery ward? We are saying that it is beyond just the facility. It is the individuals. And please, if you are a medical professional and you are tired of the work, probably you have to, you can resign. I'm telling you. Ghana will survive. You have, if you are ready to work, please, there are ethics. If you can't do something, you call your colleague doctor, your senior doctor. And one funny thing about doctors is that the senior doctors is that they are always happy to be called. Once a junior doctor calls a senior doctor, they are ready to run and come and help. It's something that in my 33 years of practice, I realized that whenever you want help from a doctor you call, a colleague doctor calls that person, you run and come and help. This should not have happened. This has nothing to do with no bed syndrome, but that was the name that was given to it. And that was probably the investigation or the referral that was given to the committee. And it has happened at Kaswa, where somebody who has been admitted, he has spent 36 hours there and they are saying no bed. Has he been lying on the floor all that time that there was no bed at the recovery ward? Do you need to do a cesarean section and send the person automatically or compulsorily?
That is Dr. Mark Ketnawani, the chairman of the Health Committee in Parliament. I have concerns about his directive or his ultimatum that if you are tired, resign. We live in a country where the doctor-to-patient ratio is woefully inadequate. The doctor-to-patient ratio stands currently and it stands at 2.66 doctors per 10,000 people. We do not have the luxury of asking our doctors to go. We don't have the luxury of telling them to resign. We literally have a deficit of nearly 19,000 physicians in the country. And this is a statement by Honorable Thomas Anaba, the MP for Garu. He made the statement in Parliament on 12th March 2026. He spoke about the shortage of health professionals in Ghana, especially doctors, and how we are suffering. We do not have the luxury at all And so in a situation like this, it's best to, I believe it's best to deal with the matter with more tact than the chairman of the health committee has dealt with it. When he made these comments yesterday, I took to social media, especially X, to read, and the kind of sentiments expressed by the doctors, very, very unfortunate sentiments that, well, really, when you have the opportunity, leave Ghana because Ghana has nothing to provide you. Our doctors are putting in their best. Have you gone to the hospital and seen the doctors use alternative forms of technology to get some machines running? Very interesting, just to ensure that they are delivering health care. This is an unfortunate situation that has happened, very much so, that the gentleman Charles Emisa had to die because of this situation. And per pathology report, he died because he did not receive treatment and not as a result of the hit and run that occurred, because it took a while for him to pass away. It was a slow death because he didn't really receive the medical attention that he needs. And we've seen that happen in other areas where this no-bed syndrome has become the topic or the bone of contention here. And so if we say that this situation that occurred should rest solely with the doctors or the health practitioners that were there that day, I believe we are being unfair to the situation. And we would be moving away from the crux of the matter, that we have inefficiencies within our medical system or within our medical sector or our health sector that we need to deal with. Our hospitals are woefully under-resourced. They do not have enough doctors, they do not have enough nurses, they do not have enough health professionals within the hospitals. They are under-resourced, and so we need to do better by them. And so in as much as we are dealing with the situation from the angle where the doctors who have been implicated in the matter have been referred to the Ghana Medical and Dental Council, and the nurses have also been referred to face disciplinary action, we should look inward and see that we have a situation within our health sector. Our health sector is not pristine as we want it to look like. Our health sector is not adequate as we want it to look like. Our health sector is not there as we want it to look like. The doctor to patient ratio is small or is woefully inadequate. And so we need to look at the situation that we are faced with, rather than make it look like it is just the doctors, it is just the nurses. We have deficiencies within the sector. So many times doctors are complaining that they do not have all the resources that they need to work, yet they show up every single day to work. The nurses complaining, yet they show up every single day to work. Lab technicians are complaining, lab scientists are complaining, they are showing up. Pharmacists are complaining, they are showing up. And so we have a situation to deal with. We really do have a situation within the health sector. And indeed, they would be fatigued. If doctor to patient ratio is this high, the doctors will be fatigued. If nurse to patient ratio is this high, they would be fatigued. If the labs are burdened with so many samples to work on, they would be fatigued. And so we need to deal with the situation and deal with it swiftly. Yes, if there's any disciplinary action to be taken, let the council take their disciplinary actions. But let us not lose focus of the situation we find ourselves in, that our health sector is really, really in trouble, and we need to ensure that we move the health sector from that mire it finds itself in and make it optimum. We have a situation at hand. Let us not speak to our health personnel the way we are speaking to them, telling them that they should resign if they are tired. If they resign, who suffers? It is the average Ghanaian. I do not have money to fly out of the country to seek medical attention. Kofi, who calls into my show, does not have the money to fly out of the country for checkup. We rely on the health care in Ghana. We rely on our doctors who have graciously decided after their studies to serve Mother Ghana. Wasn't it just a few days ago the minister was asking that doctors who have been posted to less endowed areas answer the call? Wasn't it just yesterday? And today we are asking our doctors to resign. If they resign, if they leave Ghana, who suffers? Dr. Nwani, it is your constituents who will suffer. And say, I don't think that you alone can take care of all of the sick within your constituency. No, you can't. No. And so let us not tell our doctors to resign if they are tired. Let us not tell our nurses to resign if they are tired. Let us not tell our pharmacists to resign if they are tired. Let us not tell our lab technicians to resign if they are tired. Let us not tell our clinical engineers to resign if they are tired. Let us not tell the records department to resign if they are tired. It is an ecosystem that relies on each other. We do not want our health professionals to resign. If we need to give them more capacity training, let us do that. If we need to incentivize them the more, let us do that. A country that is begging doctors to go to the hinterlands is not a country that has the luxury of telling doctors and other health professionals to resign. We do not have the luxury. There are inefficiencies within the system. There are inefficiencies within the sector that need to be adequately addressed. Let us not slap a plaster on it whilst the wound festers beneath. Let's not slap a plaster on it at all. There's a cancer that needs to be dealt with, that needs to be really dealt with, and we must deal with it and deal with it now. Don't tell our health professionals to resign. Please don't give them that ultimatum and put the people of Ghana at risk. Let's not do that to them. Please. There are people who are relying on the district hospitals, on CHIPS compounds, on the general hospitals. A few times that doctors, nurses have gone on strike. See how it's been a big issue for us. And today we are telling them to resign. Resign and go where? For who to take care of us? We can't have them resign. No, sir. Rather, unfortunately, we cannot have them resign. Not at all. The last time nurses were complaining, asking for better conditions of service, and so the Ghana Nurses and Registered Nurses and Midwives Association went on strike. They embarked on a series of industrial action. See how we suffered. See how for more than a week we were pleading with them to return to the hospitals. And today we tell our health professionals to resign. No, sir, we cannot ask them to resign if they are tired. We don't even have the luxury. They will leave and get work outside the country when they write their exams and pass. And who suffers here? We suffer. I, ABENA MANTE, cannot fly out of the country for medical attention. And so please, let us not ask our doctors, our nurses, our health professionals to resign. Let's have some conversation on these matters. I have joining me Stephen Kwejo Techia. He is the convener of Unpaid Nurses. Good morning, Stephen. Thank you for your time.
Good morning.
You are the convener of Unpaid Nurses and Midwives. Are you still unpaid?
Oh, currently we've been partially paid, yet to receive the full amount, which we are hoping to receive in the coming months.
When you say partially paid, how many months has been paid and how many months are outstanding?
Okay, the government was owing us 11 months, and then we have received 2 out of the 11, so we still have 9 months of arrears to receive from the government.
Interesting. And so you are back at post. You are working, I believe.
Yes, we actually didn't vacate for post, although we were fighting for the payment. We were still at post working.
The chairman of the health committee in Parliament says that if health workers are tired, resign and go home. How do you feel by comments like these?
All right, so thank you very much for this opportunity given. With the comment from that committee, actually, it wasn't a comment in the right direction, if I must say that as a health professional. We all know that regardless of the sector, being it health or any other sector, the fact that there are bad people in there does not mean there are no good people there. There are very good people who work very diligently to execute their duties very well. And for that matter, if the negligence of a member or a worker causes a problem, causes an issue, that doesn't apply to all the workers there. So we all understand that some health workers may be out of negligence, cause some patients to suffer, cause a life to be lost. Recently, per the outcome of the committee that was set up by the Ministry of Health and the directives given by the health minister, that those personnel who were found culpable should be taken on and the necessary punitive action should be taken. That was enough, because in our field, we have something we call non-maleficence. We are to do our work without causing harm to the patients. In an emergency situation, if the only thing you could do is to save the patient, do what you could do to save the patients. And for that matter, if out of negligence you cause a patient to lose their life, it's good they take action against you. But if the member of the committee goes ahead to say that if we are tired, we should stop working as health workers, I think it's even an insult. Should all the health workers decide to stop, decide to lay down our tools? Can he imagine the kind of suffering the Ghana health system is going to suffer, the kind of suffering the ordinary Ghanaian is going to suffer? So with the comments, I even think he deems come to apologize to the health workers here in Ghana. We don't take it very lightly, and it's an insult to the profession.
At this point, how overworked or underworked are health professionals in the hospital?
So looking at most of the issues that do pop up and the media do capture them, most of them are, I would say, are not the, wish of the health workers. Most of our health facilities lack some basic equipment, some basic gadgets that needs to be used in case of emergency. So there could be that a patient in an emergency situation will be rushed to a facility, but then at that particular moment, the equipment needed by that facility to take care of that patient might not be available. And the only option that facility would have is to maybe refer the patient to a larger facility where they can get adequate care to ensure the patient survives. So when you come to Ghana here, most of our health, facilities do lack some of the basic necessities. So I think as a health committee, that should be one of their core mandates or priority, to make sure they push for our health facilities to be stocked very well and for the health workers to be motivated. And with that, I think we would do our work very diligently, because health workers in Ghana, let me put this point on record. When we travel outside the country, we are being regarded as the best, or if not the best, one of the best in the world. And so if we get the needed equipment, all needed gadgets to work, let me tell you, we would deliver our work very diligently, and the Ghana health system can be categorized or known to be one of the best in the world. So we need well-equipped facilities that would motivate us to do our work, and we are all ever ready, because the kind of training we received has, if I would say, prepared us to come and deliver. And all we need is the equipment and well-equipped facilities.
Well, how are, since you are a nurse, let me speak to you as nurses and midwives. How have you received these comments by Dr. Nawani?
Can you come again, please?
I'm saying that how have nurses and midwives received these comments by the chairman of the health committee? Is this something that pushes you to look outside the country for work?
Actually, most nurses, midwives, not nurses and midwives alone, most health professionals, take offense in that comment. But that notwithstanding, if we need to take any negative action in response to that comment, it is the ordinary Ghanaian who is going to suffer. And that is the last thing we would do, for the ordinary Ghanaian to suffer the consequences of something they did not do. And for that matter, although we are not very much happy with the comment, we are not going to take any decision or any action that in the end is going to be a punitive action to the ordinary Ghanaian. We are still going to do our work diligently, going to deliver to the best of our abilities and within the resources we have.
Right. Before you go, 2 months out of 11 months of salary owed, have you been given timelines on when all of your arrears would be settled?
Okay, so the Ministry of Health brought out the payment plan 3 months ago, and the plan was to begin in April, just past April. And truly, they did. In April, they paid 2 out of the 11. And per their plan, they are to pay 3 months in May, 3 months in June, and 3 months in July. So we are hoping they stick to that payment plan so that latest by the end of July, we would receive everything.
Well, as unpaid nurses and midwives, your salaries not been paid, 11 months of unpaid salaries. How have you coped, and how has it affected your morale in working?
Oh, actually, initially it wasn't that good with us. We struggled a lot. That one is a fact. We lived on loans, from loan to loan. Even we borrowed to pay other loans so that we can borrow again. But then the 2 months arrears that was paid last month has brought a kind of relief, although not fully relieved, but at least we are a bit relieved, and now we can get that morale to go to work. And we are just hoping that the ministry continues to deliver on the promise so that the morale would continue to increase and we would do our work with a very clear state of mind, very good state of mind, so that in the end, the Ghanaian patient is not going to suffer.
Okay. Well, Stephen, thank you for speaking with us this morning. We are most grateful.
All right. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Stephen Kudjetechia is the convener for unpaid nurses and midwives, weighing in on the chairman of the Health Committee in Parliament's comments that if you are exhausted, if you are tired of doing the work, resign. Again, Dr. Mark Kurt Nawani, sir, I believe that with the situations that we are facing in the health sector as a country, this ultimatum does not benefit anybody. This ultimatum does not benefit anybody. It is the average Ghanaian who would suffer if our health professionals resigned. And so let's look within the sector, the issues that plague the sector, the very issues that continue to burden the health sector and by extension burden our health professionals. Please deal with them swiftly so that they can also have the optimum environment to work to the best of their abilities. Our doctors, our nurses, all our health workers are putting in the best, putting in so many hours to make life better for patients who visit their facilities. And so we can do better by them. But these comments that they should resign, no sir, I don't believe that these comments will bode well for anybody, especially the average Ghanaian. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll have some conversations on sexual assault awareness. You don't want to miss out on that. Stay with us.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Winning, easy. You know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted groundnuts. Just add water. Sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy. Made easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
Also available strawberry, coconut, and chocomore. This advert is FDA approved.
Imagine a sport without rules, a game without passion, an arena without chance. What drives the champions? What fuels the rivalry? What separates the winners from the rest in the world of sports?
Eugene Soti, your chief data guy on the Talking Point. On the African Tracker, I'll break down the performance of your favorite African players abroad, scrutinizing every detail and exploring the nuances and rules governing the game.
Meet us in your area for Area Take as we plug into sports perspective and hear your thoughts on every play of the game.
I'm James Makion, your go-to expert for everything local. I'll review the fixtures from the locker room to the pitch and from the management to the fans. I've got you covered.
Oh la la! Don't miss out on the double excitement. It's a fun pack, pulsating and complete wrap of everything in sports, from boxing to football, tennis, NBA and more. Sports World on ABC as every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Sports World on ABC. Sports beyond borders.
This week's been wild. New releases dropping, artists blowing up, moments going crazy on the timeline. Don't worry, we've got you.
We pull the highlights, the dates, the events, everything you need to know, and then the real fun starts.
The official top 10 songs running the streets, the airwaves, and your playlists.
If the culture is talking about it, we are counting it down.
This is the rundown.
Some things never change. The meals we grew up loving, the taste that brings everyone together through every pot and every recipe. Gino remains the tomato mix you trust. Thick, red, rich. Gino truly cares. This advert is FDA approved.
Imagine a sport without rules, a game without passion, an arena without chance. What drives the champions? What fuels the rivalry? What separates the winners from the rest in the world of sports?
Eugene Soti, your chief data guy on the Talking Point. On the African Tracker, I'll break down the performance of your favorite African players abroad, scrutinizing every detail and exploring the nuances and rules governing the game.
Meet us in your area for Area Take as we plug into sports perspective and hear your thoughts on every play of the game.
I'm James Makion, your go-to expert for everything local. I'll review the fixtures from the locker room to the pitch and from the management to the fans. I've got you covered.
Oh la la! Don't miss out on the double excitement. It's a fun pack, pulsating and complete wrap of everything in sports, from boxing to football, tennis, NBA and more. Sports World on ABC as every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Sports World on ABC. Sports beyond borders.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Winning, easy. You know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted groundnuts. Just add water. Sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy. Made easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
Also available strawberry, coconut and chocomore. This advert is FDA approved.
This week's been wild. New releases dropping, artists blowing up, moments going crazy on the timeline. Don't worry, we've got you.
We pull the highlights, the dates, the events, everything you need to know, and then the real fun starts.
The official top 10 songs running the streets, the airwaves, and your playlists.
If the culture is talking about it, we are counting it down.
This is the rundown.
Baby, we are second. So you remember to pon advert. Let's why so by advert no you pon na kwala nim dia.
Do you need a media house to shoot quality TV ad for your company or product? Bring your company's vision to life.
And you make media house we am potential films. So you must don't worry. So put you pon e cost you through advert dia contact them.
We help businesses build their brands.
Ukraine omodwuma hote omo quality can somebody try.
Reach their target audience and ultimately drive sales and revenue growth.
Omodwuma be new. Omodwuma is perfect. O contact no be good script about your product. Sound jet. They'll give you quality pictures. How do you see it? How do you feel it? Wow. So picture unya una no makasa. First number way 0541 16 28 28. I'm repeat 0541 16 28 28. Call them. Number one,
Potential Films. We believe in quality.
Welcome back, ABC in the morning. It's time to have a conversation that I am very much interested in. And so when my producers told me that we had a conversation about sexual assault awareness, I said, oh yes, what better way to have a conversation like that, especially on a Friday as we go into the weekend. We know what happens during the weekend and how people take advantage of the weekend to be unscrupulous. And so it's good that you are tuned in because you would learn something from here. I have with me Amtu Ekunfiameya. She is the co-founder of On This Side. Very interesting name. Amtu, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
On This Side.
Yes.
What is On This Side about?
On This Side simply means here in this space, in this area, we are with survivors. We support survivors. We understand survivors. So that's how the name came about. We work in the space of sexual and gender-based violence.
Okay.
And we do awareness, we do advocacy and education, and we do a tad bit of legal support because obviously we aren't like lawyers, but we have lawyers who are volunteers and things like that, but we can support you because a lot of these things is like a crime against the state, so we are there to support you, like report the case if we have to go to court with you, just like the whole emotional
to give all the support.
Yes, and we do healing services as well.
Nice. But I like that you're doing something on gender-based violence. Not too long ago, I think about in March, it was the 16 days of activism.
No, that is in November.
In November,
so
yes.
From November to December.
To December, great. Yes, that's true. 16 days of activism. We understand that so many people suffer some form of sexual assault, and mostly we see that it happens within intimate partner relationships. Throw some light on this matter for us, how you decided that you are on the side of the victims and you're giving them every support that they need.
So to begin with, we don't say victims as on the side because we believe that yes, victims are people who unfortunately we have lost.
Okay.
So if you have died out of SGBV, then yes, you're a victim, but provided you are still alive, you're a survivor. There's always an opportunity to do better for yourself. So that's the reason why we make sure to stick to the usage of survivor instead of victim, because sometimes the interpretation of the word in itself has the ability to influence the person's like mindset about themselves and things like that. So the data you give is proven, it's true. We record a lot of violence in intimate partner relationships. Apart from intimate partner relationships, the basis is that a lot of SGBV happens when there is trust. So from people they trust, so it could be their fathers, it could be brothers, it could be uncles, it could be cousins, it could be people that live in communal spaces, so like family settings, but then they are not really related by blood and things like that. So yes, those numbers are quite high, ranking over 65% across the globe.
That's worrying.
Yes, but it doesn't also take away the fact that there are people who are not in this category who also perpetrates SGBV, and I just wanted to throw light on that.
Now that you're working on raising awareness on sexual assault, why at this time? And for what end
Okay.
at this time?
So Sexual Assault Awareness Month was in April, so there's like a whole month dedicated, it's a UN approved month, dedicated to providing education, advocacy for sexual assault. And the thing is, it's not that we don't think people don't know about it, but when you go into the streets and you're speaking to people, you actually realize that people really do not know about it. So we had like a placard campaign, and we had some very interesting signages like blue balls is better than going to prison.
Tell them.
Oh yes, so some of them are up on the screen. So blue balls better than going to prison. Boys can be abused to catch them young, but then you end up in prison and things like that. And you know, it wasn't we wanted to have like funny things up, but then real excuses that people give in like courtrooms, in their like statements and things like that. We have taken it upon ourselves that in as much as we are here to support survivors, it doesn't mean that we are happy that people go through the things that they are going through. So we want to be able to provide some level of education so that can reduce the numbers or like curb it, because at the end of the reason why we have like the signages that says like boys can be abused is because we get a lot of people attacking us saying that, oh, every time you're talking about women and things like that. But we the fact that unfortunately the numbers aren't as high as women's numbers. And then also they have a lot of underreporting because society makes them feel that it's okay for men to experience things, and
I think this is where I would also want to chip in and act like I were a guest here. I've seen it happen on social media a lot, that when we talk about abuse against boys, the men themselves tend to trivialize the conversation.
Rightly so.
And
Rightly
they laugh
so.
about it, and I wonder, how do you deal with this matter if the people who are suffering it are laughing about it? It is for many like a rite of passage. Oh, you mean you didn't kiss an older girl when you were like 12,
right.
15?
I know this may be a little controversial, but we have ministers of God, people we respect in society, who think it's okay to have such conversations. I mean, it's okay to have such conversations for creating awareness, for the advocacy of it. But as you said, seeing it as a rite of passage, that this is like an okay thing. No, you were taken advantage of.
Right.
And that's what it's supposed to be. And it's not that we are trying to shift the goalposts. It's not that we are trying to lose focus. But the reason why a lot of times now awareness creation and advocacy, we don't just talk about the women, is because we realize that obviously the people doing that to them are the men, and we can't keep advising our girls if we are not advising the boys as well, or advising the men as well. And even in that, because it's like letting you know that, oh, it's not appropriate for you to say just walk past a woman and smack her bum, right? Because I'm saying that to you, if this is something that you are able to internalize, when somebody does that to you, even as a man, you realize that no, that's not appropriate, and you are able to also identify it as assault.
Right.
So it's not, I mean, should I say that it's like, it's kind of selfish because we want our women to be safer.
Well, I mean,
but
in terms
it's
of safety,
also for them to protect
yes.
themselves.
But in terms of safety, you cannot be selfish enough.
Exactly.
As a woman, I have learned to be as selfish with my time and my safety when I can, or at any point, because I can't risk you taking advantage of me at any point.
Yes.
And I believe, I don't speak for all women, but I believe if we were about 5 women here, at least 4 of us would say that somebody has tried to take advantage of us.
Yes, and I mean, you can't say that because there's data to prove that fact. So globally, if you take 3 women, at least one of them has experienced sexual assault. So sexual assault is like the broader umbrella. So harassment, violence, abuse, and all of that. So in every 3 women in the world, one of them from the ages of, is this like 12 or 10, has experienced some level of sexual assault. And when you go further and make it 5, 3 out of those women have experienced sexual abuse. So you are right to say that it's not you coughing up numbers, it's actually like data. Yes.
It's quite worrying when we receive that, because the kind of psychological impact, since your foundation works on that, I can't imagine the kind of psychological impact that some of the survivors have had to deal with.
I'm a survivor myself, so I can use myself as an example in as much as we work with other people. I think that sometimes when we talk about survivors, there's a certain picture or image that we have of who a survivor is. So please, if you think I look really nice and I'm a survivor, just know that you can look nice too and still be a survivor. Like, life really moves on.
I thank you for bringing that in, because there was this time I was surfing social media and a girl is talking about having survived sexual assault, and people were like, "You're not pretty. Who would assault you?" And I said,
it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And what is pretty in your eyes, especially, that is how come we make some of our survivors keep quiet about it, because she says that I'm not even beautiful because of societal standards, and so who is even going to touch me? Meanwhile, somebody has indeed touched them.
This past week, is it this past week or the last one? I saw this, I think it was in the New York Times, where a disabled girl had been abused for more than 10 years, and her parents had never noticed it until she was pregnant.
Oh.
So you know how you said, oh, your instant thinking is what at all, like, how mean could you be, how cruel could you be, right? But the thing is, the mind of an abuser doesn't work like that. It's just about their gratification, their sexual gratification or satisfaction. They don't care. It's the reason why you would have supposed straight men have
sodomize.
Yes, apart from that, like have sex with animals, right? You think about it in the whole moral construct of it, it's appalling, right? But then the mind of the abuser just works on getting a certain level of sexual satisfaction.
That's
so
enough for them.
They don't care. And going back into how it is in the minds of a survivor, right? I will give like a recent example. So there's this case that I'm working on. We have custody for the abuser. I mean, he's still guilty until proven otherwise. I mean, innocent until proven otherwise. So he's in custody. And the family of the girl still speaks to her and says, oh, like, you shouldn't let anyone touch you. And then that's instant, like, increasing the kind of burden that she has. Because, like I always say, everybody as a person feels inherently the need to protect themselves. And as soon as that space, that protection that you want to have over yourself is violated, you start to question yourself. It's the reason why thieves can come into your home. They start asking yourself, what could I have done better? It's perfectly fine because it's for protection, right? But it's just because your space was violated. And it's the same kind of psychology that works for survivors, because you feel like somebody has taken advantage of you. Like, was it my fault? Could I have done something better? Was it because it's just a whole lot. And sometimes society knowingly and unknowingly also enshrines that by the kind of questioning, the kind of advice that we are giving and things like that. So the mind of the survivor is always, unfortunately, from the beginning, blame. Because your space has been taken advantage of. And it's unfortunate, but that's why we do the healing support that we do. We have first social workers, degree psychology students, practitioners, and things like that, so that they can support you. Healing is different for everybody. It involves letting go of certain things, taking on board certain things, accepting certain things. It's a whole lot. So it's not like a uniform thing, right? But the idea is, this is what we can do. These are people volunteering their time, their expertise, right? To give that sort of support, psychological support, and it's completely free.
Okay. So at this point, I want to get in touch with, on this side, how accessible are you?
We do our best. So we are run mainly on volunteers for now. We hope to expand our capacity. So our website is onthisside.org. So onthisside.org. We have a telephone number as well, 024-687-6750. I'll just, before we go, I'll just double check so you can like put it on your screen. And also for people who have had cases, as in it's still very fresh, like it just happened a day ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, we always recommend that like you go to the hospital, you get your DNA swab and things like that. So that one I would recommend the like DOFSU support number, so 0800-111-222. So 3 1s and 3 2s, and that's a toll-free number. But for our one, it's like with call credits. And the reason why this is the DOFSU one is a toll-free number is just so that people are able to access it as often as they can. Yeah.
Well, so on this side, you've run a campaign where we've seen these nice placards telling us, putting the information in our mind so that we do not forget. I think it will be great to look at these placards again before I come to you for your final words. The pictures we were seeing earlier, blue balls is better than going to prison, and it's true. It's true. You don't want to stay in prison. Blue balls is better than going to prison, and boys can be abused too. I would say that please don't be joking about abuse that boys endure. We laugh about it so much. It's not funny.
Yes,
it's not funny at all. And so all of these things. So when did this happen?
Okay, so this happened at the end of April, the last Saturday of April. So this current one is from last year, 16 days of activism. We did a school tour in the Ashanti region.
Nice. How was the reception?
For the school tour?
Yeah.
So, I mean, currently we are doing a lot more girls' schools, but this year we look to expand into mixed schools and boys' schools. And the reception was amazing. The kids are very happy to have the conversation. And you see, it's very realistic to them, because some people, I actually had people walk up to me and say, oh, I have experienced something like this. I know somebody that's experiencing like something like this. My mom experiences some level of abuse. So it's always good to put the information out there, just so that people are able to identify the realities of it, if they are going through it, if they know anybody that's going through it.
Actually, information is really indeed power, because sometimes you don't know the situation you're going through until somebody has spoken about it. Like, and when somebody has disrespected you and you don't even realize, and later when you're thinking about it or telling somebody about it, you realize I was actually disrespected. And so if you're telling me about a
picture for that one, so the lady came with her son.
Oh, nice.
And he's holding the real men don't
abuse.
So supportive. I mean, when he came, he said he wanted to be part of it, so we gave him a placard. He initially had the Stop Me Stop, but it was too heavy, so he went around to read himself and picked up that one.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah, his mom is a lawyer, so I'm sure he's getting a lot of like training at home, and that's what we need. Like, the training has to be at home. So.
Well, so moving forward on this side, what are your plans for the long term concerning this very worthy cause you have embarked on?
So we intend to expand our school tours. We want to, as we say in the development space, do a lot more grassroots and like community initiatives, because we believe that everything has a starting point. And when we are doing school tours, we are doing the community that to send the information to the people directly. So, for example, like I'm talking my team into boys, because people don't think men need this information. People don't think boys need this information, but it is very essential. Men need this information. Remember, apart from sodomy, these people come into society, they go into universities, they go into their homes, and they are the perpetrators. So they need that information as much as they need that information to protect themselves, right? So we just look to expand, we look to we look to do community engagements, and then I influence decisions around things like that. So now there's a move to do criminalize sex for jobs, and I am of criminalizing sex for grades as well, because a lot of people take advantage of this. When I was in University of Ghana, I had a roommate who experienced immense high levels of sexual harassment, and I can only imagine for people who didn't have the kind of strength that she had and who would have become victims or survivors of these teachers or these lecturers and actions. So we look to expand, and we are happy for anybody to support us. You can visit our website on thisside.org to stay up to date with the kind of work we are doing, and if you also want to donate, you can get our donation options. We have our bank details, we have our mobile money details on there. So the number I actually gave you was correct, which means I'm doing very well. I'm very bad at numbers. So
I was going to tell you to give us the number again.
I will just give it again so that I know that before I go on, I use my calculator to do basic things like 10 minus 5. So that's how bad I am with numbers. So it's 024 687 6750. And the DOFSU toll-free number with UNFPA for the Orange Support Center is 0800 111 222. 0800 111 222.
Well, and to thank you for coming and for shedding some more light on sexual on sexual assault awareness. We hope that people get better by the work you are doing. We'll definitely visit www.onthiside.org to stay abreast with what you are doing and get in touch with you. I believe you're on social media too.
Yes, so our social media is On This Side. So you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X. Let me see if I remember everything else. Yeah, I think those are the main ones.
We can slide into your DMs there.
Yes, you can. So if you also want to book the free healing session, please do feel free to visit our website and book. Or you can, sometimes we want the people to feel as safe as they can. So if you are comfortable to send a direct message on any of our social media to ask us to help you book, we are very happy to assist you with that. And yes, we're also open to donations. If you want to sponsor any of our events, if you have any proposals that you want us to pick up to support the cause, we are very happy to do that.
We are grateful that you came, and we wish you very well with On This Side.
Thank you, Abena.
We'll be following it.
Before I go, please, sexual harassment is a real thing. If people are touching your waist in your offices, in your schools, in your classrooms, speaking a certain type of way about your body, all of that is sexual harassment and constitutes sexual assault. So take it seriously, because sometimes these are the little signs that we let go. And abusers, survivors are real people, and we can take you guys on. So be careful.
You should take them on, actually. We should be taking them on. I'm a big advocate of not settling matters at home when it comes to sexual abuse. And so I'm glad for the job you're doing, Amtu. We thank you so much for coming. Please extend our love and our regards to your team at On This Side. We wish you very, very well. Please do well to donate to this very worthy cause as we fight sexual assault and get better as a society. Visit their website, www.onthiside.org, and follow them, interact with them via socials at On This Side. They're doing a great job. You want to be a partner with them. So corporate institutions, if you are looking for a worthy cause to partner, On This Side is the worthy cause. You have to partner and get in touch with them, and you would make sure that your CSRs are getting better and better. Well, that's all for this segment of the conversation. We'll take a break. When we return, it's time for sports, and maybe I'll open the phone lines a little bit where you can call me 0539161609. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me.
without rules, a game without passion, an arena without chance. What drives the champions? What fuels the rivalry? What separates the winners from the rest in the world of sports?
Eugene Soti, your chief data guy on the talking point. On the African Tracker, I'll break down the performance of your favorite African players abroad, scrutinizing every detail and exploring the nuances and rules governing the game.
Meet us in your area for Area Take as we plug into sports perspective and hear your thoughts on every play of the game.
I'm James Makion, your go-to expert for everything local. I'll review the fixtures from the locker room to the pitch and from the management to the fans. I've got you covered.
Oh la la! Don't miss out on the double excitement. It's a fun pack, pulsating and complete wrap of everything in sports, from boxing to football, tennis, NBA and more. Sports World on ABC as every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Sports World on ABC. Sports beyond borders.
Playing for your country, enye easy. Scoring, enye easy. Winning, enye easy. You know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Aye easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted groundnuts. Just add water. Sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy. Made easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
Also available strawberry, coconut and chocomore. This advert is FDA approved.
Some things never change when it comes to feeding your family. You choose what you trust. For generations, Gino has delivered the same dependable quality every time. Thick, red, rich. Gino truly cares. This advert is FDA approved.
This week's been wild. New releases dropping, artists blowing up, moments going crazy on the timeline. Don't worry, we've got you.
We pull the highlights, the dates, the event, everything you need to know, and then the real fun starts.
The official top 10 songs running the streets, the airwaves, and your playlists.
If the culture is talking about it, we are counting it down.
This is the rundown.
Welcome back, ABC in the morning. You would be able to call me if you call, and I'd love to hear from you. But at this point, we bring you the latest in the world of sports. James Ohenba Makion is here in his Ghana jersey. How many days more to the World Cup?
35 days more to the World
35.
Cup. Yeah, 35.
Yeah, you 4 free man, exactly 1 month.
Wow,
wow. We are ready.
We are gradually getting there.
So what's our fact for the day?
So our fact for today, we are looking at two countries that have won the World Cup back to back. It's only two countries of the history of the World Cup. So let's have our World Cup facts for today, and let's have a look at the two nations that have done the won the World Cup for the 2 times in a row. We will bring you that shortly. But the two nations are Brazil and Italy. They've won the World Cup back to back in 2 editions. So which of the countries are we hoping to see? The last winner of the World Cup is Argentina.
Don't you think Argentina have it in them to do a back to back?
They have. I think they have, but you see, the World Cup is a tournament that is not easy to do. France tried to do it for the first time after winning it in 2018. They were in the final in 2022, but they couldn't go on to do it. So it's very difficult for countries to do a back-to-back World Cup. Even for the World Cup in general, since 1930 to 2022, where we played the last World Cup, it's only 5 nations that have won the World Cup. Yeah, so even winning it is difficult than to do a back-to-back. Yeah, that's why it's the biggest tournament in the whole world. It's very difficult.
I'm thinking that, well, since Messi has, Argentina did it for Messi.
Yeah, they'll try. Obviously, they'll try and
they will try again.
Yeah.
Since we are now hearing the stories that Portugal is also now ready to kill themselves for Ronaldo. And so, if this happens, a back-to-back, then the church of Messi.
They should pray. They should pray. Yeah, but it's a difficult thing to do. So it's only Brazil and Italy that have been able to achieve.
Italy that is now unable to pull it with. Italy is not going.
Italy is not even at the World Cup. So if we have it, we can have it now on our screen. If we have it, then we will let viewers see what's going. But the two nations are obviously Brazil and Italy. So there we have it on our screen. So Italy did it in 1934 and repeated it in 1938, and Brazil won it in 1958 and also won it in 1962, back-to-back World Cup trophies in there. So that is our World Cup fact for today. But let's move on. Still in some national team football matters, we've come to the Black Stars of Ghana. Remember, 22nd May we are playing against Mexico in an international friendly. Yesterday, the Ghana Football Association announced that Benjamin Asare has replaced Gideon in the Black Star squad.
Oh.
So Benjamin Asare has been called to the squad to join the squad. Who else will go for that particular friendly game?
Oh, so the other gentleman.
So the thing is, the FA didn't prove reasons why that is injured.
This is a friendly, right?
Yeah, this is a friendly.
Benjamin Asare has already proven himself.
You can't see he has proven. He is a new coach.
Okay,
you see, so now people are trying to put the dots together, reading meanings into that collab. Some people believe that this is a new coach. Probably he's not too assured of Benjamin Asare. So they announced that's why he says no. Bring back Benjamin. Let me have a better look at him at the international stage.
So the Gideon gentleman, this is the end of the road for him.
It's not the end of the road for him.
Will there be another friendly where his name could come up and he could show?
The other friendlies that will come after, by that time we've already announced the squad.
Yeah, so that's the end of the road.
So that's why people are saying that maybe Carlos is not too sure about Benjamin. So he wants to have a better look at him at the international level.
I know that.
Others also believe that no, they just because he's a senior player in the squad, so they just want him around the squad. So a lot of people are putting the dots together, but the FA didn't give a reason. He's a Dreams FC goalkeeper.
So he's a local.
Yeah, he's a local
player.
Goalkeeper. So
you don't give me hope like this and that.
As far as the FA hasn't provided any reasons for Benjamin replacing Gideon, because normally if something like that happens, they give reasons. Oh, maybe Gideon is injured, or maybe that time, or you'll be up with some activities, or he can't join the squad, or so maybe visa issue, passport issues. But with this one, they didn't give any reasons. So it's now up to us to wait and ask and see. So that's why people are putting the dots together. Maybe Carlos is not too much impressed, because I'm sure he already has had watched videos of Benjamin.
This squad doesn't have the people who have been playing. We are not seeing Jordan. We are not seeing all of.
So that's the argument, because Jordan's league has already ended. Fatal Ishaku's league has already ended, but they are also not in the squad. So why is it that you are calling back Benjamin? That's what I'm saying. It's a new coach. It's a clean slate for everybody. So everyone doesn't
spend the weekend thinking about it.
I'm sure by Monday when we come back, maybe we will have answers to all of these things. But still on Ghanaian players, Mohamed Salisu has returned to training. Officially has returned to training. Remember, he got injured with an ACL injury in that game against Olympic Lyon. So yesterday he was back to the training grounds, training for AS Monaco. Is it a major boost for Ghana going into the World Cup? That was about that, because we are just left with just 3 games to end the season. I don't think he will play in any of those games to be match fit for the World Cup, but at least he's back for training and he's back for Monaco in the French League. That's some good news in there for Mohamed Salisu in there. But let's move on to other matters, and still on the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. Remember, Uganda will play against the Black Princesses of Ghana tomorrow in Uganda. In the first leg, Ghana won that particular game by 2-1. Can they beat Uganda to qualify to the next round of the qualifiers? So, who is the head coach for the Black Princesses believes that the Black Stars or the Black Princesses can go in there to do something and also beat Uganda in that particular round of fixtures. And it is match week 32 of the Ghana Premier League. Yes, match week 32 of the Ghana Premier League. So let's have the fixtures on our screens and let's see how they will be faring against each other in there. Let me take you through the fixtures. So Accra Suffolk will play against Indiana Stars Football Club. That is on Sunday. So all matches are happening on Sunday. Treasure Blast will play against Bechem United. Vision Football Club will lock horns with Karela United. In the Hearts of Lions will also play against FC Samates. Kumasi Asante Kotoko will play against 11 Wonders. Basake Holy Stars will host league leaders Mediema Sporting Club. In the Young Apostles will play against Nations Football Club. Brecum Chelsea will host Dreams FC, and then BBN Gold Stars, who are the defending champions. That match between them and Hull United has been forfeited because Hull United have withdrawn from the Ghana Premier League. So they have 3 points and 3 goals in there for them. So that is it for the Ghana Premier League in there. But let's move on to Europe. Yesterday, the UEFA Europa League came off and we have our finalists, the 2 teams that have qualified for the finals of the UEFA Europa League. So there we have it on our screens. It's Unai Emery's Aston Villa that are through to the finals of the Europa League, and then we also have FC Freiburg from Germany. So Villa beat Nottingham Forest by 4-0, whilst Freiburg also beat Sparta Prague at home in Germany. So these are our finalists for the UEFA Europa League that will be played later somewhere in this month. But Unai Emery has been speaking after the clash, and he says he's very, very happy that Aston Villa has been able to qualify for the final. Let's to Unai Emery.
Special day today. It was a special day, and the supporters, they understood it, and they created an amazing atmosphere today. Amazing atmosphere. They were playing with us. They were transmitting their energy, their wishes. And to win this competition is very important. Wishes, desires, and to show it. During the process we are doing it. And the players responded fantastic on the field. After the first leg, we were planning this match, improving things. We needed to improve things, especially some duels. We weren't, especially as well in some momentum when we were dominating, be more ruthless, be more clinical. And today everything we worked after the first leg improved.
So it's a special win for Unai Emery in the qualifying Aston Villa to the finals of the Europa League. Now let's move on to the Conference League and let's have a look at our finalists for the UEFA Europa Conference League. So we have Crystal Palace also qualifying to the final of the Conference League, and then there is another interesting team in there, that is Rayo Vallecano from the Spanish La Liga. They have also qualified for the finals of the Conference League after beating Strasbourg yesterday by a goal to nil. Let's have a listen to Oliver Glasner, who is the head coach for Crystal Palace. Remember, at the end of the season, he will be leaving Crystal Palace under his tutelage. Crystal Palace have already won the FA Cup. They've won the Community Shield. Can he add the UEFA Conference League to it? Let's have a listen to him after sharing that special moment with his players yesterday.
Thanks for the congratulations, and yeah, electric, I would say. Yeah, fantastic atmosphere, great night here at Selhurst, great European night, and of course with the right result, and yeah, huge achievement, huge congratulations and credit to the players, because how good Schachte is, but the commitment to the disciplined work was, I would say, exceptional, and always believing that we create chances, that we will score goals, and maybe, so for me the second goal was maybe if somebody needed the last evidence about the current.
So that's the German tactician in the Oliver Glasner speaking after his side won to qualify to the UEFA Conference League. Now, Abena, there is fire in Madrid. There's big fire in Real Madrid. Oh, yesterday,
the Madrid fans in this house, how are they doing?
Oh, they are not too. They are trying to defend whatever is going on in that club, but that's a very bad thing to do. Director, please take your time. Let me have my say. There's something bad going. You remember this weekend is Clásico. Real Madrid versus Barcelona. It's a very important game when it comes to Spanish football history and everything. But yesterday something happened after the training. So Valverde and Aurelien Tchouameni had a brawl after
a brawl.
Yeah, fight.
Seriously.
Yeah, after the training, and Valverde's head went to hit table. I'm a pie. I'm a didn't call hospital called Pamir.
For real.
For real. So Valverde is out of the Clasico. So what happened was that during training sessions, Valverde gave Tchouaméni hard tackles. You know we are going to the World Cup. Very hard tackles at training. Tchouaméni wasn't happy about it.
Tchouaméni plays for France.
Valverde plays for Uruguay and he's an integral player for France. So
and who was giving who the tackle again?
Valverde was giving Tchouaméni hard tackles in training, very injury-prone tackles. Tchouaméni wasn't happy about it.
This is not a mistake.
No, intentional.
Intentional.
So Tchouaméni wasn't happy about it, and he told him that, "Oh my bro, I didn't know how to try me. I call couple." So after the training, it was like they had a bit of arguments. We thought that everything was solved. Yesterday, after training too, Valverde was telling Tchouaméni that he's the one who has been leaking information from the team to the press. He says he doesn't do those things, and he told him to stop. Jai, me pesa, jai sa no piano and ti ko ball table na say a pie. And I'm rushing to call hospital. So she said he actually under fever 2 weeks.
But he can go to World Cup.
Yeah, he will go to the World Cup. Yeah, so Valverde won't go to the World Cup. He will
so it means that's fire in Real Madrid.
But Florentino Perez says that there will be consequences for the two of them. So let's see what will happen.
Interesting. That's very interesting. That's going to be a very interesting weekend. I take it. Then on Monday we'll be looking forward to more news from you.
Oh, they'll lose that game.
They'll lose that game.
You can close it.